Hi, I'm Kassie Colonna. I'm from Invermere, BC, and I went to David Thompson Secondary School. This is my third year of schooling, second year basketball, and I'm in the arts program.
Kassie, why did you choose Thompson Rivers University as a place you wanted to continue your education? Because you went to Lethbridge for a year.
Yeah, I went down to Lethbridge, and it was a really good year. I met some really good people, but at the end it was kind of time for a change. And Kaylee, my older sister, she played 5 years here, and she had talked about how great her experience it was. And actually, Tasia and Dana, who are also on the team, I played U16 with, and that were my best friends since I was 16. So I decided to make the change. I talked to Scott, and there was a position, so I came over, and it's my first year playing, and I'm really excited about that.
Awesome. After you sat last year, of course, which is mandatory for CIS. With that in mind, did it give you, sitting out a year, did it give you a great chance to get accustomed to how the classes worked here at TRU and all that sort of thing?
Yeah, it was good. It was nice because I still practiced every practice with the team, and I got a lot of experience because Diane Schutze too, she was a really good player, so I got to learn a lot from playing against her. Mm-hmm. And but it was still good because I did get to have the university. I still got to stay home on weekends. I could do the school, and I got to meet people outside of just the team and stuff, so that was a cool experience as well.
Right. The fact that, and you mentioned your sister was here for 5 years, so did you come here when you were in high school? Were you familiar with how big Kamloops was and all that neat and assorted stuff? And did that help you? Yeah,
it did actually. I'm a small town girl. Invermere is about 3,500 people, so when I went to Lethbridge, that was kind of a decision in it too. It was a smaller city, and Kamloops was the same. I spent a week here with Kel when I was in grade 10, and I really liked it. And it's like the 75,000 people.
Yep.
Yeah, so it was nice to be able to still know how to get around, but it'd be a change from where I was.
Growing up, what was it like, you and Kaylee, and what's it like now? How's your relationship growing as you've grown?
It's really good. Me and Kaylee got along really well as kids as well. She's my older sister, but also my second mother, of course, because I was the youngest. And we got along really well. She moved away when I was 14, and so then when I came back to university, it was like we had a grown-up relationship, right? So I was still a kid when we were together, but now that I'm 20 years old, we have more of a grown-up relationship, and it's nice. We get along really well.
Are you sad that you never got a chance to play with her?
Yes, I am, because it would have been really cool. I actually got to play against her my first year in Lethbridge, and when she was at TRU was her 5th year,
right.
Which was really cool. It was just neat to experience that. I'm upset I never got to play with her, but she's assistant coaching the team, so she's still around a lot, and she still influences that a lot, so it's cool that way too.
So how do you separate Kaylee the sister from Kaylee the coach now?
I thought it was going to be harder than it is, but it's not too bad because I respect Kaylee as a player, and I don't have a problem with any of my coaches or anything, so it's really, I treat her the same as that, and I get along. I would like to say that I get along with the coaches kind of on friend basis, but still respect them as coaches, so that's good.
Right. And
outside of it, it's cool to be able to revert back to basketball and be able to be don't tell me what a coach would tell me what a sister would tell me. So it's a different basis. I don't know if that answers your question.
Sunday night, for instance, you guys get together maybe for dinner? Do you talk basketball, or you do talk about anything but basketball? It's
a bit of both. She'll ask me how I think I'm doing and stuff, but she would ask me that even last year when she wasn't so much part of the team, so It's a really sister, and it's a big part of our lives, right? But we talk about everything else too.
Nice.
Yeah.
What program are you taking, and why?
I'm in arts right now, but I'm applying for social work for next September in January. I really hope I get in. I've wanted to do that since I was a young teenager. So, and I've kind of picked the field that I want to go into. I wanted to go into medical social work, which is working in hospitals, but I want to do it with kids. So I'm thinking a children's hospital, but I have to get to the program before I can go too far into that, right?
Speaking of kids, we have our athletes do a lot of community activities. We're followed by 5 radio stations, 6 radio stations now, and TV and 2 newspapers. What's it like being in the spotlight? What's it like working out in the community?
It's cool. That's the whole small town thing. Like I said, is where I'm from. Everyone knows everyone, and Kamloops is being a Wolfpack athlete in Kamloops is kind of similar. You go into schools, kids know who you are. They come in. My favorite thing we do is actually KBA, which is Kamloops Basketball Academy, and it's super cool. These girls come in and you get to see them develop throughout the year, and they come back every year and they come to your games, and like it's just cool, and their parents know who you are, so it's still like a familiar, like having a familiar area around you, even though you don't know a lot of people really well, so it's cool.
Nice. How do you feel about being a role model, and in that aspect, as a coach with the KBA, for instance, little girls looking up to, and you're still a young person as a role model.
It's cool. I just remember going to camps as a kid and looking up at like my university coaches or the college coaches that I went to, and just being like, they're so cool, I want to be them. So it's cool to be able to be like, it's the same thing, like a positive role model, right? So they see you, they see what they're doing, and it's athletic, and we're fun, and we all get along, and we like joke with the kids. So it's cool that I know what they feel like because I felt like that, and I want to be the same influence on them as I had as influences.
Let's talk about your team. You know, do you have like a cast of characters on your team? And tell us a little bit about that.
Our team is actually really cool. We're kind of younger this year, so we have like our older girls, Jory and Ray, and redshirt came in Laura, and it's cool because they're like, you can see like their forces on the court, but we all still get along really well, like within team dynamics. All our rookies come in are really different, but really positive and funny. Like they're really quirky. Like they didn't come in shy and bashful. They came in and they like made a name for themselves, but in a good way. And all the girls that were here from last year and the people that are in like my year, like I said, like Tasia's been my best friend forever. My team gets along really well. Like we all get along really, really well.
This whole student-athlete experience, the fact that hopefully these girls will be your friends for life. How appealing is that to you when you decided that you wanted to become an athlete at the CIS level? I
think it's super cool because you automatically come into university with 12 best friends, like people that are going to look out for you and take care of you, but still like will like push you and support you, which is really neat. It's a cool atmosphere. I think it would be harder to make friends without being on a team. And it's not even like in Kamloops, the teams are pretty close. So it's not just I'm just friends with my team, but I'm friends with lots of other teams too, which is cool.
Nice. Words of advice for a potential female basketball player or any athlete and the parent of a potential athlete. Why should they choose TRU over some other school?
I think TRU has a really big family aspect, which is cool. It's really supportive. Like our coaches, Scott, I know about the other coaches, but Scott I know is really, really positive about school, and like that comes first. You're a student then an athlete, but he does it in a way that he makes sure that you're doing both really well, which is cool. Because I picked to come to a school because I wanted to play basketball, but now I really like what I'm doing too. And I think that being on a team and being able to be with people who push you, and you see each other change and you watch each other change, but you also like let it and you're there to push it. It gives you like a bond with people that you don't really get that easily, I don't think, without being on a team, which is cool.